Hi everyone, this is Karen Hooley and welcome to this week's version of the Team Whooleygan live chat. I'm excited you guys are all here and I'm going to pop into the chat room here in just a second, but I wanted to go through the beginning. So for those of you who are watching me after the fact, make sure you go to my website, getkarenhooley.com. There's my the link to my website, and make sure while you're there, you check out everything. I'm having a really hard morning, guys, so bear with me. Anyway, check out everything that is available to you, my patterns, my books, my classes. And while you're there too, subscribe to my newsletter. Here's a direct link down here at the bottom to my newsletter. When you subscribe to my newsletter, you get a free pattern right off the bat. And every year on January 1st, you get a brand new free pattern. So make sure you subscribe now. And you'll also get 25% off all of my new released patterns. You get discounts on books. You'll be the first to know about a lot of things. So make sure you subscribe. You can also, if you haven't already, subscribe to my new YouTube channel. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button down at the bottom. And if you also would hit the like button or the thumbs up button, that would be awesome. The more people that can see my videos, the larger Team Whooleygan becomes, and a lot more fun we have on these live streams. You're probably watching this on Facebook, and this is my, or some of you are probably watching this on Facebook. This is my Facebook page. If you bear with me for a few minutes, and we're going to talk about Facebook in just a couple minutes, but that is my Facebook link, just so you guys know. I also am on Instagram. This is where I'm most active, and you can follow me at Karen Hooley. I just actually today deleted my personal account because I was doing absolutely nothing with it. So just so you know, I'm going to just be at Karen Hooley. So there you go. And then also after the fact, when I do these videos, I always upload them to Rumble, and this is my Rumble channel. So if you're interested in joining Rumble or taking a look at Rumble, this is my page. And I hope you will follow me at one or both YouTube here or Rumble. Both of those would be great. So I'm going to head over to the chat room and see who's here. You guys are getting chatty over there. Oh, let me take the banner off first here. Okay, so let's see who's here. Linda and Brad. Hi, Linda and Brad. I'm glad you're here. And good morning, Pat. I'm glad to see you here. And thank you for sending me that photo of your Bewitched. It's beautiful. Hi, Stephanie in Texas. Good morning. And yes, thank you, Linda, for saying don't forget to smash that button. That's awesome. I appreciate that. So before I get on to what I'm working on and what I finished this week and our topic tip this week, I want to let you know a couple things. One thing is that I've made the decision. It's actually been something I have been thinking about for several years, actually, on and off, but really, truly a lot in the last month. And that is, I am going to absolutely, completely delete my Facebook account. That means I will not have a page on Facebook. That means I won't have a personal account on Facebook, but the people who are important in my life know how to get a hold of me, so that's not a big deal. Was not an easy thing for me to decide. So if you're watching me on Facebook right now or have liked this or liked my page, even though I did show my Facebook page on June 30th, I am going to delete the account, just so you guys know. There's a lot of factors involved. I've had a love-hate relationship with Facebook for a long time. And I do know that Instagram is part of the Facebook family, but I have a lot more control over what I can show and what I can't show. And that feed also is all yarn for me. And a few, religious things that I want to see. There is far too much drama on Facebook. And even if I try to just watch all of the just my groups and not go to my feed. Even on my own page, I have issues, and there's too much going on in my life right now, and I just honestly can't do Facebook anymore. It's really ticked me off. So there you go. There you have it. You guys are the first to know. I haven't even announced it in my newsletter, but I will say it in my newsletter this week. So if you're not a subscriber, make sure you do subscribe to my newsletter. It comes out on Friday. Okay, so let's talk about happier things. I have finished a project this week, guys. I showed you this yarn. This is the Fiber Natura, I can't remember, flax. And this is a market bag that comes in its own little case. And I thought now that I've made it, I can show you how it all works. So this is the case. You can unbutton it. And then inside of the case, I'm going to take this so it doesn't hide everything that I'm doing. You take the case and you can pull out the market bag. But the cool thing is that the case, once you pull the bag out and you turn it right side out, the case becomes, oops, there we go. The case becomes the bottom of the bag. So it's all one piece. There's nothing, nothing to, store somewhere to put it back in its case. It's all in there. When you turn it right side out, you'll notice that the button is not showing on either side, and neither is the flap, because that's all inside. And then once you're done with your project bag, you turn the bag, or your farmer's market bag, you turn the bag inside out first, and there's your flap. And then you can just tuck all of this inside. Here we go. Actually, the best way to do it is this way. You can tuck the bag in. Oh, there you go. And there is your button. And you can stick it in the back of your car, in a purse, or if you have another bag or something that you want to store it in. There you go. It's done, and it's ready to go. I just finished the pattern. I'm going to be sending it to Tech Editing, and then I'll be looking for testers. So if anybody's interested in testing this, you might want to get on my Yarn Pond testing pool so you get to hear about it. So this pattern, I'm not 100% sure when it's going to be released. There is going to be a smaller bag that has for, like when you go to the grocery store and you just want a small bag for fruit and you don't want to use the plastic, that'll be going along with this bag. I'm not sure if I'm going to put them all in one pattern, or if I'm going to do them as two separate patterns, or maybe buy this, get the fruit bag free. It could be a lot of different things. So, but I really love this bag. I forgot how much I love this bag. I gave away my original one to someone who loved it, and I'm keeping this one. So anyway, that is finished. What do you guys think? I just saw a bunch of people come in here. There you go. Linda says you never use Facebook, so you use your sister's account. There you go. Hi, Dawn. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad to see you here. And Linda says, what a darling market bag. It is. It's fun. I mean, I forgot how fun this was. And Deborah's got her coffee and she's crocheting. Yay. Good morning, Deborah. It's good to see you. Hi, Stephanie. I'm glad you're here. And I'm glad you like this. And a lot of people are really liking this. This is something I designed in 2010, I think I said last week. And it's been off my site for a while. This, when I originally published it, I did not chart it. It was tech edited, but it wasn't tech edited that well as far as I'm concerned at this point, because when I looked at the pattern to do this, I rewrote a lot of stuff. So if you already have this pattern from way back when, and it was not on my site for very long. So if you do have this pattern, you might want to check out the new and improved version. So see, Deborah says this is really awesome. It is kind of fun. It is pretty cool. I am one of those people, and I know you guys know this, those of you who make my patterns, that I like to have as few ends as possible to weave in. And I don't like to have a lot of extraneous things. So when I make stuff like this, for me, a market bag needs to, for my grocery bags, my reusable grocery bags, I have one big bag that I store them all in, and that stays in the back of my car. So I don't want a whole lot of extra stuff flopping around. So by making this all inclusive, I get rid of the fact that the case for it that keeps it clean and neat is not separate. So that makes this all really, really a lot of fun. So that's my finished project. And then I just got the last week. I think I told you, or I told you I was waiting for it. I think I have a super secret project over there that should be finished before the end of the week. I got the yarn last week, and it's something pretty simple. So I'm working on that. And then in between that and the market bag, I started, this is fun. I think I showed you guys this yarn. I know I showed you guys this yarn, the Bunches of Hugs. And it's for a former student of mine who he and his wife just had a baby. And so he doesn't like paint for little girls. So this is yellow, gray, and white. And this is the baby blanket. This is my go-to baby blanket for almost everybody that I make blankets for, because it's very textured. It's very fast. And I love this stitch. I can watch TV and do this. So if you have my Simply Striped Throws, Simply Striped Throw pattern, it's a free pattern on my website. You can go to my website under free, I think it's under freebies. And I think it's free patterns Friday, I think is what it is under. That pattern's there. So that's this. In that pattern, I actually striped it with 2 different colors of what is that yarn? It's Cascade Pacific, I think, or Cascade Cherub. I used Cascade Cherub DK, white and purple. And this one, I'm just using a self-striping yarn. So there you go. I really like this yarn from Red Heart, mainly because it wears like iron. It's called Bunches of Hugs. It's hard to find. Sometimes I actually had to order this colorway from Annie's catalog because I could not find this colorway anywhere locally. But it's 100% acrylic, but it's one of those acrylics that's really soft and it doesn't pill. I've made a ton of bags like this. A ton of blankets. Sorry guys, I was talking about a bag and now it's a blanket. I made a ton of these. My family uses these for the babies, and it doesn't pill. So, and it's soft to work with. It's not a traditional Red Heart Super Saver that tends to be a little on the crunchy side until you wash it, and then it softens up because the sizing's been washed out of it. This is soft from the beginning. So I really like this yarn for baby blankets, especially for those who don't understand wools and know not to throw certain things in the washer or dryer, especially cottons and stuff like that. So, so that's what I have been working on. What are you guys working on? Somebody want to tell me what you're working on? Karen told me that she thinks that my bag will be a beach or pool bag for her. So, which actually, yes, you could totally use it for that. I can totally see that as well. So, it doesn't have to be a market bag. I just use it as a market bag because that's the big thing around here. And Washington is very, very big in their farmers markets and homegrown produce and stuff like that. So that's why I call it a market bag. But you could totally use it for the pool or the beach. So what are you guys working on? Anybody have anything they want to share that they're working on? Nobody. Okay, you guys are so quiet today. I am going to talk about today, after last week's topic about why I don't believe the hype about the Z twist in yarn, and I started showing you guys some of my hooks. I thought it might be kind of fun to show you some different hooks that I have in my stash. Some of them are my grandmother's. Some of them are the ones that she gave me when I was learning to crochet. Some of them are, and most of them are hooks that either I bought myself or were gifted to me from either friends or family or bosses, things like that. When I worked for a yarn shop, actually I didn't pull that one out. I should probably pull that one out. I got gifted a set of hooks from my boss at the local yarn shop. But I wanted to show you. Okay, so we've got people telling me what they've been working on. So here we go. Karen is restitching a blanket pattern. That's awesome. I know you've got some patterns back from Willow Yarns that you're gonna re-release. So that's really cool. So guys, if you don't follow Karen, she's the one I brought on to talk to a few weeks ago. She's got some new patterns that'll be coming up over the next, I don't know how many months, but several months. So watch for what Karen's doing. Anna Louisa finished a shawlette. Yay! You know, the one thing about doing these lives is that I can't see photos of what you're doing unless you're on Facebook. That's one thing about Facebook that was good, is that you could post pictures in your chat, and I can't see those. And let's see, Brat's mom finished a pair of wristlers, I'm thinking is from your lady friend. She wants them as a gift for her future granddaughter-in-law. There you go. She knits but didn't want to do them herself. She gave me black yarn. Of course, black yarn. I'm telling her she's on her own for future gifts. I have my own projects to work on. I don't blame you. And Karen's got 2 projects blocking. That's awesome. Now Brat's mom, or Linda, is now finishing up a shawl you started 6 or 7 years ago. I have a few of those projects. They're actually downstairs in a bag that I need to go through and see if I'm going to actually finish those. I will definitely show the CGOA hooks, Karen, so don't worry, I've got those right here in front of me. Dawn's just working. Stephanie's got a crochet along cardigan is on your hook right now. Who's doing that crochet along, Stephanie? I'm curious because I haven't seen any crochet alongs come through my feed, but I haven't been on social media a whole heck of a lot lately. So, but I'd be interested to see who's doing a CAL with a cardigan. Pat says another bewitched cowl, and you're working on a shawl. Is that the bewitched cowl that you sent me the picture of? Guys, if you are subscribed to my newsletter, Pat's cowl will be in it this month or this week. So make sure. Oh, just for Make and Do. Okay, yes, I did see that one come through. Forgot about that one. Thanks, Stephanie. I did see that one. Okay, so that's for Karen McKenna. So I'll let you guys chat that one out. You're working on many projects, Deborah. Christmas is coming. Oh, you're making blankets. You're being very, very ambitious for blankets. I did that one year. I made all my sister-in-laws a blanket, my sister a blanket, my cousin a blanket, all one year for Christmas, and that was enough. I mean, I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blankets that year. 6. I made one for my mom too. That was a lot of blankets to make one year. So I like blankets and I love baby blankets, but when it comes to the big blankets, it takes me forever. I get bored fast, I guess, is really what that problem is. Oh, okay. Stephanie in Texas, it just ended. I'm slow. You know, with crochet alongs, even though most crochet alongs, including mine, have, you know, like a deadline to be able to be entered into to get, you know, prizes or anything like that. I try to downplay that because I think everybody has their own speed for everything. And, you know, it's great to get prizes, but I think the best part of a crochet along is that you finish your project. And so I don't see anything wrong with being a little slow. In fact, half the time I'll start a project with the crochet along and I don't finish it. Everybody else finishes it before me, and I'm the one running the crochet along. So that's a normal thing for me. Yes. Okay. So Pat said yes. The same cowl she sent me a picture of. It's gorgeous, guys. It's a beautiful color. So I'm really excited to share that with you. in the newsletter. Oh, yeah, print on demand might be a little bit. Okay. Purdy. I don't know what Marcel Hound is saying. I don't know, but welcome. I'm glad you're here. Okay, so you guys are working on a lot of things. I do have a pair of socks. Okay, I'm starting to see that there's some people here that just want shout outs. So I'm going to be pulling you guys out because that's probably what's going on here. So anyway, guys, oops. I'm going to put that person in the timeout. Okay. Anyway, okay, so let's talk about crochet hooks a little bit. I have quite a few hooks here, so I don't know if I'm going to get through all of them today, but I'm going to try. So the first one I want to show you, this, and you've probably seen pictures of this. This is the very first crochet hook I ever had. This is the hook that my grandmother gave me that day in 1974 when she gave me this hook and yarn. And I don't have, do I have it here? No, it's in the closet. And the 1970s yarn, and I learned to crochet with this hook. I have no idea anymore what brand this is because I wore the, I mean, there's a little bit of white there. It was white print and it is embossed and it says say made in the USA, I think. I don't have my, but I can tell you it's an H. It's an H5. So this is a size H hook, which is a 5mm. This is what I learned with the actual stitches. And then she gave me, here's my, and guys, oh, I didn't pull that out. Hang on. Okay, this is weird. Where are my original hooks? Oh, there they are. They're buried underneath. I have a lot of knitting stuff down there too, so it got buried. This is actually the original case I got in 1974 from my grandmother with my set of boy hooks. So I'm going to open that up. These are the boy hooks that she gave me, including the steel I used to learn lace. And this is a boy size 8, so it's a 1.5mm. This is what I learned to use lace with, to make lace with cotton thread. So that was really cool. Yes. These are my original hooks that I used for years. I mean, these went to college with me, high school with me, made countless baby blankets for my cousins, and the blanket that I made for my sorry guys. You can tell this is very loose and old. So I'm gonna put that back in here, and my hooks are all falling out. So hang on a sec, guys. But I do want to show you, and I don't know if you can see this at all. Actually, I forgot that I did replace the H in here because, again, H is my favorite hook. I forgot that I replaced the H in here because my original H is all chewed up because I used to do this a lot. And I would talk to my mom as I was crocheting and I'd stick the hook in my mouth. So, you know, you talk about getting your grandmother's hooks with all of the scratches in them. I did that to myself. So, yes. So there is that. So that is, you got these from Santa one year, Linda? That is, yes. I just know I went over to my grandmother's house and she gave me this set. I don't remember if it was for a holiday or if she just handed it to me anymore. I mean, that part of it's kind of fuzzy. But yes, I did get this. It was a gift from my grandmother, so I was very excited to get that. Karen has her grandmother's boy hook made in USA and many, many Afghans on them. Yep. Oh, yeah. That is so true. Okay, well then I want to show you some other hooks that are kind of special in my family. Let me see if there's any in here. Yes. Okay. My dad's mother was a knitter, but she didn't know enough about crochet to be able to deal with, okay. She didn't know enough about crochet to deal with like crocheted edges on her knitted work. I think she actually did crochet some doilies and things like that, but knitting was her forte. She did slippers and blankets and that kind of thing. Her sister was the crocheter, and I showed you several weeks ago oh no, not her sister-in-law. My grandmother's, my dad's mother's husband's, my grandfather, sister was the crocheter, and I showed you all her lace. But these, when my grandmother died, I got just about everything. Actually, I didn't get them until my aunt died, my dad's sister, for the most part. I mean, she gave me things here and there, but when my aunt died, everything that was my grandmother's that had to do with yarn or thread or knitting or crocheting or tatting, because she was a tatter too, came to me. And in one of the boxes, I found these. I don't know if you guys can see these. These are old whale bone hooks. I have no idea what size they are. They're not marked. I'd have to put them through. This one's actually broken. You can see that. Oh, I don't know if you can see that, but there's no hook on it. It's just something snapped off, but I kept it. Oh, this one actually says size 1. So it's a size 1 hook, whatever size 1 hook is. Here's a little bit bigger one. And here's another one. Aren't those cool? You know, back in the day, this one's actually plastic. I take that back. This one's plastic. These 3 are whalebone now. So the one that was labeled is actually plastic. Sorry, guys. But these were made whalebone. I mean, you can't get those anymore. But, you know, my grandmother was born in 1917. So they may have even been her mother's or her grandmother's. I don't know whose they are. I mean, they were just with my grandmother's stuff. So that's kind of a little interesting thing that I've got in here. So I've got those. And the other thing I have in here that I was looking for them last week, couldn't find them. These are my grandmother's, my nonna's, the one who taught me to crochet. These are her steel hooks that are bent. This one is a size 10, and you can see how tiny that is. And this one is also a size 10. So those were hers. So I don't know that I ever used these. I know I haven't used them in the recent past. Probably if I used them, I probably used them in the 70s, maybe the early 80s, but nothing that I can remember absolutely working with those on. So those are that. Now, I didn't bring these up from downstairs, but I want to show you, first of all, my favorite hooks. And you probably recognize these from when I do videos and things. These are the Addy color-coded crochet hooks. They have the boy style bowl on them. So, you know, I'm a boy girl. I learned on boys. They work better for me because they are wider and open, more open. And I love these because I don't like thumb rests. Let me find a regular crochet hook that has a thumb rest. When I'm crocheting, even as a knife holder, I mean, when I was younger, it made sense for me to just keep it like that. But the way I crochet these days, I roll the hook in my hand a lot as I'm working. And that's just something that I do to keep my wrists and my fingers from getting worse with their carpal tunnel. So, because I did get a little bit of minor carpal tunnel when I was working full-time for a computer company, actually typing and writing software and stuff. So what crochet was a way for me to keep my wrists, you know, loose. But now that I roll, I love to roll. So not having, it has a handle on it. It has a longer shank on the hook. This part here under the hook, they're a little bit longer. If I were doing bullions, this wouldn't work for me, but for most things, this is enough space for me to slide too, because as I work, I slide a lot. And if you watch my videos, you'll see what I mean by how I slide my yarn. And but these are my favorite. The other hooks that Addie puts out, the swerve or the swing hooks that have like this curve that are supposed to be ergonomically correct, I can't use those. They, first of all, this part of the hook is too short, although I've heard that they've gotten longer ones now. But this part's too short for me and my sliding thing. And then there's something, it's just uncomfortable for me to hold, even in a knife hold, even though they're made for those knife holder people. I do switch back and forth between knife and pencil. That also helps with the carpal tunnel for me. So I'll crochet like this for a while. And when I'm starting to feel like it's aching, then I could do this. So for a little while, but I'm a lot slower this way than I am this way. So those are my favorite. And I have the whole set of those. And in fact, I even have, this is the color, they're not the color coded, but these are the same series. These are the thread hooks from Addie. These are the Addie thread hooks. And this is size 1. This is a size 1. What's nice about these, and I don't do it, but they come with this cap that you can take off so that you can protect the tops of your hooks. But I just leave the bottoms on because I don't do enough thread these days to have to worry about traveling with these hooks, but I do like them. I think there's 5 in the series and I have all of them. Okay, so now I know a lot of you are huge Furls fans. Okay, back in 2012, the Crochet Guild of America had an event in Reno, Nevada, at one of the casinos, which is kind of funny. I remember it well because not only was I there to teach classes at the event, I also got there like 4 or 5 days early because we did the Craft Yarn Council crochet class before the event started. And that was the year I took the class and got certified through Craft Yarn Council to be a crochet teacher. Even though it's not something you have to have as a crochet teacher, I wanted to have that certification. But I went to that event. But the other thing that was notable about that event was that Harrison, who is the founder of Furls, it was his very, very, very first event. And hi, Knitting Turnpike. Thanks for stopping in. And and Anna Louisa says her hooks are, is it IMRA or is it Irma? Is that how they say it? I don't even know how they say that. And Karen says she loves clovers too. So, and clovers are great. They're just too flat for me. That's why I don't use clover. I need something that's more round that I can move. But anyway, so getting back to Furls. So when we had that event, Harrison had a booth in the market, and this is 2012 again. He had a booth in the market, and what he was doing is he was hand fitting crochet hooks. He had a bunch of crochet hooks there. They were probably the prototypes of what you know now as Furls hooks. But what he was doing is he was hand fitting all of us with a special style hook and with different hooks. And he had different, JMRA. Okay, Anna Louisa, there you go. This is the one he fitted for me. So you can see this is different than what you see now with most of the Furl hooks. He had all different kinds of handles. And what he was doing is he was doing mostly market research for what Furls has become. But he was measuring our hands. He was having us crochet in front of him so he could see how our hands held the hook. This is the only Furls hook that I can use because it is balanced for my hands. There's nothing sticking out. It doesn't poke me in the hand, but it's balanced. This is an F hook, size F hook. It's made out of Cocobolo wood. He had it hand turned specifically to the dimensions that he took on my hand at that event. It took him probably about 6 weeks to get the hook to me. Because back then he's not doing what he's doing now with furls. But what I can say is this is really a furls hook. It doesn't say furls on it, but it is a furls hook. It's hand carved, or it was machine carved, but it was all of these little, I don't know how to make it show up. There's all these little circles. They fit my hand properly when I'm crocheting. So they don't bother my hand here. I know other people had these in different ways, different styles, because of the way they held their hook and what bothered them and how they actually crocheted. So this is actually, it came in this little case. This is how it came. There you go. At that time, he was doing a free hook thing. This is his little card that was in it. It is the only furled hook I can use. I have tried all of his others. They've been at other events that I've been at. He even did one for CGOA. This is for the 2018 CGOA. This is more the style of the furled hooks that you're seeing now. This is a wood hook that he's done. I cannot use this hook. It is not balanced. There's too much weight in my hand, and it causes the carpal tunnel in my arm to hurt. I have to have a hook that's perfectly balanced all the way across. And again, this has too much weight in my hand. It's true with this plastic ones. It's true with the metal ones that have like the different colored bottoms on them. They are just too darn heavy for me, so I can't use them. But this rolls me into, both of these actually roll me into the Crochet Guild of America. Now, I don't know, how many, are any of you besides Karen and I members of the Crochet Guild of America? CGOA, we talk about it a lot. Anybody out there a member besides me and Karen? Deborah and Pat are, I think because you guys have been to my classes. Right, guys? I think. Okay. Well, anyway, yes, there you go. Pat and Deborah are. Okay. So Crochet Guild of America has been around since 1994. It was created, actually, the foundress is Gwen Blakeslee Kinsler. She started Crochet Guild of America with as a grassroots organization around the country, the U.S., as a kind of a way, because there was the Knitting Guild, but there was no National Crochet Guild. So she started the National Crochet Guild. Now there's another guild out there that's got a very similar name, the American Crochet Guild or something like that. That's by Selena Baca has started it. That is not the original. That is not the one that started it all. Like CGOA, Crochet Guild of America, is the one that started it all. Anyway, every year at their conference, they hire a hook maker to make a commemorative hook for their conferences. And so in 2018, this was Furls did it. He made a size G. This is a size G Furls. And if you can, I don't know how well you can see it, but above the letter G, it says CGOA 2018. Yeah, it does say the year. So they all have the years. So here are some of the hooks we have gotten over the years. This one is from 2007. It's got a hand-carved ball of yarn at the top. It's not labeled with the letter, and that was a lot of the early years. They never put the letter on them. But this is interesting because it's a boy-style hook with the way the hook is made. It's a boy-style hook. And if I remember correctly, this is an I. I haven't measured it. It's really a nice hook. It's wood. It's a little more balanced. It's still a little heavy because of that. But it's got this bump right here in the middle. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'll put it on my chest here. You see how it kind of bumps out? That's kind of where I have a problem. Yeah, Whooleygan hook. I should make Whooleygan hooks for 2022. Anyway, this is one of the hooks we got. Then one year, this was 2012, We got a glass hook. I can't remember the name of the person, but they used the CGOA colors, which are purple and yellow, and she did it all in glass. Then there's the year, and then she stamped it. And this was an I. Is that an I? No, this is a J. This is a J size hook. I've never used this to actually crochet with. It's more of a sample hook. So there, you know, for me, it's just, I have this whole container of special hooks that I don't use very often. So that was a CGOA one. This is a CGOA. Yeah, this was CGOA 2011. This is a Rosewood hook. Doesn't have the size on it again, or does it? Oh yeah, it's a K. This is a K. So you can see the styles are all different as I go through these. This one was 2013 with the little sheep on top. And this was a size, this is a size 7. So you can see how they change up every year. This is a CGOA one. This one was 2014. This little wood one, and it's got a cool little, you know, little cubic zirconia type thing on it with CGOA on there, but it's not stamped with the size, so I have no idea what size. I'm going to say J or K on this one. So you can see every year we get something different. This one was 2009. This is another Rosewood hook. And I'm trying to find this one. This is CGOA 2006. Isn't that cool? So they're all different, which is really cool. This was a K from what, it doesn't say CGOA on it, but I remember this being at an event, one of the events. Trying to think, there's others. Oh, here's one. CGOA 2010. This is an I. It's made like a clover hook. It's flat at the bottom. This is flat, but it's been carved into it CGOA 2010, and it's an I hook. So, oops. So if you ever go to CGOA, this is one of the perks of being, well, you have to pay for them because the CGOA has to pay for them. But one of the perks is you get these cool little hooks. Now this one is made by the same person who did the CGOA hook, the blue one, but this is the Yellow Rose of Texas. And I got this when I taught at the Dallas-Fort Worth Fiber Fest, DFW, as everybody affectionately calls it. The Crochet Guild actually gave me this one. So it's similar to the one that CGOA had, but it's the Yellow Rose of Texas. So Stephanie, if you're here, there's your Yellow Rose of Texas for you. Oh, and this is a CGOA. This was 2016. This is plastic. So again, they're all different. That was a sample. This was a sample. That was a sample. I want to make sure I got all the CGOA ones before I. Oh, this was someone who did a knockoff of furls. This is not furls. This was a knockoff of furls. I can't remember the hook designer for this one, but this was 2015. And this was done. Again, it's not balanced at all, so I can't use it. I can't remember what size it is either. I want to say this is about an F again, though. That's you know, close to my size. You don't get to pick the size of your hooks when you go to CGOA. They pick the size every year. So, you know, they used to do a vote. I haven't seen anybody do, they used to ask us what sizes we wanted, and they would usually get right into the group of sizes that they wanted, but they haven't done that in a long time. So I don't know what size, how they pick their sizes, but there is a hook committee that reviews different hooks and asks people to send in samples, and they pick the hook from that. So that's how the CGOA gets them. This hook I wanted to show you guys. This is done by A. Geary. If you go to ageary.com, and I'll put her name up there, A. Geary, Geary. Yeah. This is size T, a 22 millimeter hook. This is awesome for multiple strands. So like 5 strands of worsted weight you want to get rid of really fast. A great way to do a blanket. It's just a huge hook, but for me, it's kind of I've actually used this, but for me, it's more of a kind of talking piece rather than a usable hook. Now there's one other hook I want to show you in here, and now I've lost it because I put, oh, here we go. Ha, this hook. This is a Rosewood Hook. The creator of the handle is no longer making these, and I cannot for the life of me think of her name right now. This hook, again, she had several different handles, and she would size us for these. I have this one from her, and I have this one from her that I use for when I do crochet bead work. You can see I bent the hook on this one because I do use this one for beads. But this is a 1.5, and this one, I can't remember what size this is. I want to say this is a size 6 hook. But she hand carved these out of rosewood. I met her back in 2001 at my very first live event in Seattle. It was the Seattle Knitting Expo, and I was teaching classes there that year. It was the first time I was teaching at a large event in Washington, and she helped me pick out this hook actually first. It helped with my hands because I was doing some thread work back then. I was teaching thread classes back then too, and it helped with my thread work. And then she sized me at the next event, this one, and then she used to go to Crochet Guild of America as well. And I believe I got another one somewhere from Crochet Guild of America. But she did, not only did she do the thread hooks, but she would also carve the wood and make a wooden hook, I think. Actually, I do think this one was her. I'm pretty sure this one was her. So she does the rosewood hooks too. So this is another style, and there's other people out there now making these style hooks. So if you have hand issues, always look for a hook that has a little bit of wood, or they make them with polymer clay now and stuff like that. Have a little bit more of a handle to them, even if you're a pencil holder, because the bigger the part that you hold the hook with, the less tight you're going to be. And that's what my problem is with thread, is like I clamp down on the thread hooks. I don't have the thread hook here right now, but the thread hooks, I'm like super tight. So by having this bigger handle, that helps me with that stuff. Let's see. Oh, hooks are very personal tools. Yes. And to have a meetup in 2022. That's an idea, actually. If I do go to Crochet Guild of America in New Orleans that year, next year, maybe we will do that. We'll see what happens. And Karen says hello. Hi, Karen. I'm glad you popped in. We're just talking about crochet hooks. I'm just showing everybody different hooks that I have in my stash. Now, last week, I also talked about how you might sometimes need a really pointy hook. And this is what I mean by a really pointy hook. If you're having trouble, I'm trying to see if there's a way you can see how pointed this is at the top. There's certain yarns. Remember I was saying sometimes splitty yarns, you need a sharper point to get through underneath all of those, the plies. This is a pointy hook. This is a hand-carved hook. I actually have a whole series of them that are buried in here right now. So let me find them. If you ever have done camel crochet, or what I call the savvy single crochet, these are the hooks I use. This one was actually made out of a knitting needle for me. It's from a size H. This is a size H. This is a bamboo knitting needle that I had them hack this off, and I had them carve the top of the needle so it was more like a crochet hook. And see how pointed it is? Perfect for camel crochet or savvy single crochet. These are actually rosewood hooks. Oh, that's not what that's. Oh, that's where that hook went. I need to pull that out. Okay. These are all rosewood ones. All 4 of these are rosewood. They're the same brand. I cannot for the life of me remember the brand right now. I got these at a Crochet Guild of America event, but see how pointed they are? Even the bigger ones have a bit of a point here. That helps with splitty yarn, guys. It gives you something to lead with to go underneath the fibers. So or the plies, not the fibers. If you're having trouble with the splitty yarn, try using something pointy. It also helps with tight stitches. you have something to lead with to get underneath the tight stitches. So there's those. Here's another one that's actually from that brand, and there's no name. This one has a fancier handle, but it's the same brand. But see, there's more pointy. These two have a little bit more of a point. Then there's the Brittany hooks. You guys probably have seen these because these have made a comeback. Brittany has come back. These are the original Brittany's made by the father who started the company Brittany. Now the son has taken over the company. But I want to show you these because these are my very, very first Brittany's. Those were my first birch Brittany's. But these are the original, made by his dad. Hang on, guys. I gotta make sure they don't fall out. These are the walnut hooks. I have the complete set of the original walnut Brittany hooks. I absolutely adore these hooks. I use these hooks for a long time. The only reason why I don't use them anymore is because now I need something a little bit bigger to crochet with, and these start to hurt my hands. The older you get, different things start happening to your hands. So that's why you have to, you always have to keep trying out the new stuff. I mean, everybody's hands are different. Like I said, I can't use furls, but everybody else out there swears by furls. Karen likes to use clover. I can't use clover because they're flat. So there's always that. Now I've got a couple things. Laurel Hill's a nice hook too. And I'm going to show you some Laurel Hills here in a minute. Let's see. Laura says, good to know I'm not alone. Sometimes I hold tighter. Nothing will get away from me. Yes. And that's exactly how I am with thread. It's like, it feels like everything's going to get away from me. I'm going to fling my hook across the room, you know, that kind of thing. So I always grip tighter because it's smaller, and I just don't know why. Let's see, Knitting Turnpike says, I'm working on a top and started with a bamboo hook. The yarn is somewhat splitty. It was horrible. Then I lost it, grabbed a metal hook, and it's going much better. I wish I had lost it sooner. Yes, that's one of the things I talked about last week when we were talking about splitty yarn, yarn splitting and using the right tools. Anything that's splitty, I always go to metal first. And then if I don't have, because metal slides better and it's less apt to split. I only go turn to wood when I need something that's pointed at the top, and trying to find something that's more pointed at the top is not easy. Okay, let's see. Laurel Hill is nice too. I'm going to show you some Laurel Hills. These are Tunisian hooks, guys, made by Laurel Hill. Laurel Hill I met at CGOA too. So, you know, CGOA is an event that I highly recommend you can get to. This is Laurel Hill. These are Tunisian hooks. This is made out of palm wood. They've got caps on them. These are really nice hooks. I have the entire set of the Tunisian hooks. They're wood. They're smooth. They sand them so well. I've never had an issue with these. I don't use straight Tunisian hooks much anymore, but if I need to, these are the ones I'll grab. I'll grab these before I go to the metal. So those are something up, and those are really pretty hooks. Are you talking about the Brittany's? Everybody comments about the Brittany's. And then Karen says the very nice Brittany set. I love that Brittany set. Now, I want to show a couple others that I don't always recommend plastic, but if you're going to need a plastic set to take with you, these are the Denise, the newly redesigned Denise crochet interchangeables. And you can see I've got two on one hook here, or on one cable. I love these for double-ended hook crochet. These are what I use because I can adjust the cable inside. And I never liked the original Denise's because they always came apart. These don't do that. They're also, I don't know what they've done. The new owners of Denise have done something to the plastic that they don't have a lot of. They have a seam, but they sanded them down so much that they're so much smoother to use. I don't use them a lot except for double-ended hooks, but if you're looking for a plastic set, an inexpensive set of Tunisian hooks, I would recommend these. These are, you get 2 of each hook size, and I can't remember. They start at an E and they end at a N. So 10 millimeters, the largest, and E is a 3.5. So if you're looking for something inexpensive that's interchangeable, Denise is the way to go. I love these hooks. I use them all the time for double-ended. In fact, I'm going to be doing some classes on double-ended hooks probably in the fall or winter. So if you're interested, this is awesome. I love that they're making them in these fabric cases now instead of the plastic that you had to pop everything in and out. I can't tell you how many nails I broke, even when I was getting the what do you call them? The acrylic nails. I would trying to pull hooks out of those things were horrible. So got those. And then the newest hooks that I tried out were these, and these are Prim, P-R-Y-M, Prim Hooks. I have a set of them, and they're more color coded than they are labeled. They are labeled. They're hard to read. This is like a 4 millimeter. This is a 4.5. I've got a 3.5, a 3.0, and a 5. Okay, so I go from 3.0 to 5 in the sizes here. Oops. They're plastic with a rubber kind of, I would say it's probably molded to it. I love them. I love them because they are smooth like metal hooks. There's no seam on them that I can see anywhere. I don't know how they're made. The only thing I don't like about them is that they're a little flatter. So I don't know if you can see when I put them like this is a little flatter. It's not completely round. So they don't roll real well. But when I need something that I feel like I have more grip, these are great hooks too. So Prim, they're based out of Europe. I can't remember what country. I want to say Germany, but I could be wrong. I bought these on Amazon actually, but they're really nice hooks too. If you're looking for something more on the plasticky side, or you like metal but you don't want completely really slick metal, these are great because they're plastic but they have no seams and they're easy to use. So there's another one. Let's see. I've got lots of people coming in with stuff. Brat's mom says she has 2 Denise sets of Denise. One's gray, one is multicolored. Yeah, they are great. They really are great. Denise is great, and the set has a big hook. Yes, they do. I have their knitting needles too. I don't have the. Oh yeah, actually, I do have their knitting needles because when I got these, I got the same in the knitting, and they are the same thing. Is that I ended up throwing away my Denise knitting needles that were in the plastic box because they kept popping off. Now the new people who do these, they fixed that popping issue. And Deborah has Denise hooks too. Awesome. Okay. I don't have the soft cases, but I think it ordered one. Emily makes them lovely. Yes, she does. I love the cases that they're using. Anna Louise, you have a few Prim too. Yours are aluminum. Yes, Prim does have aluminums as well. I like the boy aluminum, so I don't usually try aluminums in any other brand unless they have a fun handle that I can try to see if it works with my hand. But these I had to try because everybody kept saying they are seamless, and that's why I had to try them. And I do like them. I don't use them a lot. My go-to hook is still these right now. I have the whole set downstairs, but those are my go-to hooks. Okay, so Karen wanted me to talk about cases and storage, but I'm so close to my ending time. I don't want to get into that, but is that something you'd like me to talk about? Is cases and storage for hooks and stuff like that, guys? Because I can do that next week. We can talk about cases and we can talk about storing patterns and all that kind of stuff if you want. So let me know if that's interesting, if that's something you guys want to see. Again, I'm going to, since I'm so close to the time, I'm going to do my closing credits and then I'll come back to the comments. So for those of you who are watching after the fact, thank you so much for following along. I know I did a lot of talking today, but I thank you for watching. If you want to learn more about me, make sure you visit my website at KarenHooley.com. Everything about Karen Hooley Designs is there. So make sure you check it out. And also while you're there, subscribe to my newsletter. This is my my subscribe link. You can go directly there just to subscribe to my newsletter. I have a newsletter coming Friday, June 18th. So subscribe now if you want to get that one. You also get a free pattern right up front, my Pache pattern. And every January, you will get a brand new pattern. You will also get 25% off all new releases. You will get discounts on new books and classes. Oh, excuse me, guys. We had a windstorm yesterday, and I'm still dealing with dust. Anyway, excuse me. So, and also you'll be first to learn about most things, classes, books, patterns, etc. You're probably watching this on YouTube. So if you aren't watching this on YouTube, if you're watching this on Facebook or Rumble, you can go to my YouTube channel and subscribe. Make sure you hit that red button below, and also give me a thumbs up there, because the more subscribers and the more thumbs up I get, there you go, the more visible my videos become. So I'd really love to have more crocheters join us. Team Whooleygan's pretty fun, so I'd really love to see more people see our videos here. You can also follow me on Instagram. That's where I am most active, and I'm at Karen Hooley. You don't have to put a space in between my name. This is the only Karen Hooley out there that is me, Karen Hooley Designs. So make sure that you follow me there. If you're watching this after the fact on Rumble, or if you're interested in Rumble, I always upload these videos to my Rumble channel. You've got my link right here below to watch on Rumble. I also post these videos on my my blog. So as soon as I'm done, I'll be uploading this video up to Rumble and to my blog. So make sure you check that out. And I'm going to go back to my comments because you guys got chatty again. So here we go. So Karen McKenna says, yes, organizing. So, okay, if you guys are interested in that. Yes, please on storage. Stephanie says, gotta run. A meal read-only meeting to go to. Okay, I'll see you later, Stephanie. Thanks for being here. If you read their story, the new Denise people bought the company for the original. Yes, yes. In fact, I've worked with Emily on with the interchangeables, and yep, that's exactly the original Denise people were very, very entrepreneurial in our industry. So. And a lot of the more common brands used a lot of their ideas. Laura says, bless you. Thank you so much, Laura. I appreciate it. And so does Linda. God bless you. Thank you. Okay, guys, it is 10:02 so here in the Pacific Northwest. So I better say goodbye. So next week, you guys are out saying yes, talk about organizing. So I will do a little bit on organizing. I'll talk about hooks. I'll talk about pattern organization. I'll talk about books a little bit. So I am all over the place with my book organization. So I have ideas. So I can give you guys ideas, but I can't necessarily say I use them all. So anyway, have a great rest of your week. I'll see you next Wednesday here on YouTube. Remember, guys, don't forget, this is the last time I will be on Facebook. So if you're following me on Facebook, don't forget that I will be shutting down my Facebook on June 30th. So anyway, I'll talk to you guys soon. See you next week. Have a great rest of your week and a great weekend and a great Father's Day to any of you who have fathers and husbands that are fathers, and hope you guys be able to spend some time with them. So I'll talk to you soon. Bye, all.